Well, a very pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome in. This is SportsLine, and you're not back to the future by any stretch of the imagination. This is Hope Hines, and we are live tonight sitting in for Steve Lehman. We do this a couple of times a year, and I hope you're familiar enough with that to know that one of the things that we do in this hour, and we have done for, gosh, I'll ask David here in a minute, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 years. The years just kind of all run together. I know you know about that as well. But we're here to talk about the Shoney's 5K run for the Metro Police Department that is coming up this Saturday. It's going to be down at the stadium, as it always is. That's what we're going to be talking about the first half hour. Second half hour, I'll have some gentlemen in from the Tennessee Baptist Children's Home. We'll be talking about the golf tournament and some other things that I'm affiliated with that'll be going on out there. So why don't we put the wide lens on the camera, Courtney, and we'll widen out so we'll see all of these handsome gentlemen up here. Starting with the most handsome. That would be David Davoudpour. David is the CEO and chairman of the board and owner, and he will even wash dishes if he has to for Shoney's, right?
Well, that's what I do.
You've done that a few times, haven't you? Next to him is our wonderful chief, Steve Anderson of the Metro Police Department. And Chief, you've been here many times before. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
And then we have Sergeant Kevin Lovell, and I think maybe this might be your first time, an old Glencliff guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh? I just heard for the Glencliff folks out there tonight. How about that? David, what year is this?
This is 8 years running. However, we started this great event about 9 years ago. The idea was
right. I thought it was about 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. Right. About 9 years ago, we met together with our mayor, city mayor, and previous chief.
So a different mayor back then.
That's right. We had a different mayor.
Yes, exactly.
Retiring us. He gave up.
But it's been a great event for a great organization, the Metro Police Department. That's why the chief is here, and Sergeant Lovell is here, and we're going to be talking to them in a few moments. But this is really kind of the heart of things for you. I know that making money and doing business and being successful and all of that is what you have to do to make all of these other things work. Sure. And you've done it so well, but you kind of hooked up with the police department a number of years ago, and it's been a really good marriage, hasn't it?
It's been a great marriage. Quite frankly, I must admit, it's the right thing to do. It feels good when you're having fun. Right. When you mentioned 8 years, 9 years, really, it's gone so fast, so quick.
I know.
I don't know how fast it's gone by, but it was seems to be just
exactly.
Yesterday.
Can you put a stop on it and slow it down?
Well, I wish I could.
I know.
Won't happen. It's going as fast as you can.
Exactly.
And it's been a blessing. And well, essentially, we wanted to do the right thing in our community. Really truly wasn't looking for any trophy, wasn't looking for anything to be given to us. We want to do what is right, put a positive light on men and women in blue, that they put in their life out for us every day. And essentially, as a businessman, the most important things to me is safety and protection of our community, and do business in our community. And what is best to do by acknowledging once a year to men and women in blue to say thank you. I salute you for all the hard work that you do. I salute you for putting your life on line. However, through that initiative, we figure if we do a fun run, would be the best way to have everyone in our community to come that day to say thank you for your services. And therefore will get us closer. And then we do positive things come out of that, which means a lot of officers be able to go higher education.
Sure.
Or perhaps they use that fund for some of the things that is not available in police budget for their safety that they do all for us.
You know, I guess Chief Anderson, police departments are a little bit like athletic departments. Now, you've got certain money that you operate with and you have a budget, but like the athletic departments, you know, they have to go outside and try to raise money and try to get people to help them in other ways so that they can have better football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or whatever it may be. The same is true of the Metro Police Department, isn't it? And in that sense, sort of.
It really is. We have an operating budget that we pay the salaries, and we buy the gas for the cars, and we do everything that needs to be done to serve the public. But we need to look out for our employees too, and people like Sergeant Lovell here. Sergeant Lovell works with our fatal crash team, and he stays very busy. I get emails from him at all hours of the day and all hours of the night, and it's very important work. And And we want our officers to be well educated, and we want our officers to have all the benefits that other citizens have. So David, people like David stepping forward to support the police support fund, to give scholarships to people like Kevin so that he can finish his undergraduate degree. So very important work. It's over the last years, this event has put about $62,000 into that fund, which is administered by the Community Foundation.
Right.
And so they award the scholarships on a yearly basis, and Kevin is one of our most recent recipients.
Kevin, let me ask you a little bit about you. I know that you are a Glencliff product. Very proud of that.
I am very proud of that.
And I asked you a little while ago, I said, now when did you know you wanted to be a cop? And you said?
Right from the beginning, right when I knew, when I was in high school and I saw the Metro Police Department here, and of course my father was a Metro fireman, and I didn't like heights, so I wanted to be a police officer.
And so you've been doing this for how many years?
15 years.
Wow. So you are one of the recipients of the money that goes to the police department through this Shoney's effort, and
Yes,
you are in school where?
Austin Peay State University.
And you're studying?
Criminal justice.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
sir.
amazing. That's amazing. And otherwise, you would have not done that, or you'd have had to really struggle to make that happen, wouldn't
I
you?
would have had to really struggle with it, and you know, with tuition the way it is now, this program was a blessing for me.
Right.
And this is the first time I put in for it, and it was a real honor to be able to get that scholarship, and it did pay for an entire class of mine.
Wow.
That I'm taking. So
when do you hope to graduate?
It's going to be a few years. I've got a few
That's all right.
core classes to
Doesn't
take.
matter.
When I was a young man and started at 18, made a few bad decisions and
Yep.
took some classes I didn't need.
Yep, I understand.
So going back and this program's really helped me get back on track and get that degree that I've wanted for a long time now.
Yep, yep. Well, David, I know that affiliating with the Metro Police Department is one of the things that you take a great deal of pride in. I've known you for a number of years now, and when we eat from time to time and have dinner and talk about a lot of things, this is one of the things that we focus on and talk about, and trying to make this event on Saturday bigger and better and get more people involved, and we've done that every year, and Saturday is going to be no different. And so let's hope the weather holds up. But you know, runners, it's like the Music City Run was here. They had a run in Cincinnati this weekend as well that I know about, and they were supposed to be in inclement weather, but those people, it's like playing football. Hey, bring it. Let's get out there and do it. So whatever it is, we're going to run. I say we, not me, but you'll
That's
run.
right, that's right.
Me and the chief, and then Kevin will stand on the sidelines and cheer you on.
Right. You better believe it. Look, it's blessing, and the fact of the matter is, every time they have a police officer down, we all get emotional about it.
Exactly.
But you know, sometimes you don't do things about it. We forget because we are so busy in life. This event itself is a reminder for all of us, all of our in our community in beautiful Nashville, to come out there to say, I salute you, men and women in blue. We are here by you. We respect you for all you do for us. We are there to share your pain. However, Saturday is the day to share their joy, happiness, and we're going to be, it's a lot of festivity, a lot of fun that day. Chief got all of his artillery out there, all the machine, all the horses, everything is going to be out there that day. For that matter, they're going to be recruiting some beautiful young men and women out there that day as well, and then they're going to have that opportunity. We're going to introduce to them, not only we care for them, we put our money where our mouth is. As a matter of fact, we're willing to pay for education. I mean, that's the key that I would like to make sure to everyone to know about it.
Talking about all of the hardware out there, each year that we do this, the chief walks around, he smiles a lot, he's happy about what he sees, and as well he should be, everything from the helicopter to
If I may go on the record to say, I've been around a lot of cities in our country.
Right.
I meet a lot of chief of police in a good way, doing the right thing in our community.
I hope it's all good.
All good things. I have no numbers yet. And I will never have one. I'll probably assure you that. However, one thing I must tell you, that is a fact. He's the finest chief of police I've ever met. Chief, I salute you, man.
Thank you.
My pleasure. He's done a magnificent job in our city. Our city is the safest city. Have you noticed? Look at all the trouble all other cities have. We don't have it here in Nashville.
I want to reveal a little insight on the chief now. He may not want me to say this, but I remember when the chief of police job was up and open, and you were on somebody's program, maybe you were, whatever it was, and I was talking to him, and I said, Steve, are you going to go for this? He said, I don't know. I don't know. And it took you a little while to make that decision, but once you did, You were all in, weren't you? And that's one of the best decisions I know that you've probably made in your life.
Well, thank you. I always say that Mayor Dean was smarter than me. And,
well, together you're two pretty smart guys.
So he made the decision, actually. And so, yeah, I think it was a good decision on my part. And
I mean, you could have opted out of it. But,
Yeah, you did.
yeah, but you decided,
well,
I think I want to go for this.
You don't know Mayor Dean.
No, I don't.
He's very convincing.
Yeah. So, anything new in the way of what the public will see on Saturday from your department standpoint, or anything, Kevin, that you know of that's going to be out there that people want to take special note of? Maybe they hadn't been there before.
I think we're going to have we'll have the bomb squad there, have their equipment, you know, the robot that they use that they send into the building where we don't want to send an officer in to check on something. We'll have the horses there. We'll have the helicopters there. We'll be recruiting. We'll be talking to people about becoming police officers. You know, it's a family day. It's a day where Nashville's families can come out and meet their police family. That's the celebration. Obviously, it's a fundraiser for the Police Support Fund. But most of all, we would like just everybody to come out and mingle with us, have a good time. David always puts on a good breakfast.
Yes, he does.
And you or I are going to have to say this because David won't. All the money that comes in from the fees from the runners, then David reaches in his pocket and matches it.
Yes, he does.
So, and he won't say that, so we're going to say it.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to take a break right now, and Kevin, we're going to ask you to step down because David has a special friend, and he often brings it. We want to come up, but should there be some young men and women out there watching tonight that say, you know, I want to see what this whole police law enforcement is about, you would advise them to look into becoming a police officer, would you not? And,
Absolutely.
And just tell them what they need to do if they're interested in becoming a part of this great organization.
Absolutely. Come see us at the event. We'll have recruiters there to talk to them and guide them in the right direction. This is a wonderful police department. I've been here 15 years. I grew up in Nashville. I love this department. I love this community. So this is a great place to work.
What a great endorsement. What else do you need, ladies and gentlemen? We'll take a pause. We're here with David Davoudpour and Chief Anderson. We'll continue with the Shoney's 5 run after this timeout.